All right, guys, and I'm back. And oh my god, the viewer count went up when I left. All right, from now on, I'm just going to put the Be Right Back screen on to just rise that viewer count up and then come back and watch it fall. Because, you know, it's the layout that brings people to the stream. That's what I've been finding. So, dude, S-Darbs, like, again, that was an awesome game. I really want to highlight that or get someone to clip that. Just like that ending few turns. James Ria with the Twitch Prime sub. Dude, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad that once I'm glad I came back for that and you didn't do it during the break. But dude, thank you very much. I approve. I very much approve. Subbed for the Be Right Back screen. Oh, I knew it. I knew it, dude. I mean, I paid a good $5 for that whole layout. So I mean, that's money well spent. And then you just paid me back. I feel like it was a proud investment. I feel like that's what that was. So thank you, dude. That was clutch. All right. All right. Well. Thank you guys very much for tuning in today. I mean, it's only been 2 hours. We got another 2 hours ahead of us. We're going strong. I feel like you guys are too. We got some awesome games coming in. Now, for the fun time, super fun times, we're going to build, because it was recommended to us, a ancient deck that is going to try and run. What do we have in here? Tantosians, first of all. The Lightning Weapon. Stormblaster. Now, Stormblaster reads, for any of you guys who don't know, deal damage equal to the number of different valid elements on your buffs in play. In order, counts as access to all those elements. So obviously, if we lay, our combo, which would be our hybrid combo, which is Avalanche, it's not a combo, so we can't get that super access to it. But with this, we have access to 4 elements. We're going to be doing probably quite a few water buffs. The fire buffs we're going to put in here. So we have some crystal buffs. We're basically going to be a very buff-heavy deck, so that Stormblaster can try and hit for like 4. I already had a deck like this with General Carnage. General Carnage was a deck like this, and I thought that was a really interesting and fun deck to run. And mostly all it really needed for Lightning was my favorite buff in the world, Mantix Volter. Mantix Volter. Was playing 5 games, lost 3, but the last one my opponent let me win. He was murdering me with nature. Great games though, dude. Awesome community. So yeah, Mantix Volter. Defend ability, draw another card. I can use another ability with this. So Mantix, like with the Stormblaster, I can Mantix Volter and then Stormblaster and use double abilities, which is why that General Carnage deck was just so much fun. I think I'll probably want to put in like 2 moats. And you know what? Just for chagrins, I'm going to make Angered Shockfin work. I'm going to make Angered Shockfin work for me. I'm going to do it. You heard it here. I'm doing it. Now we have water. Water galore. Obviously, Bubblefish is good. When is Bubblefish not good? I feel like Safety Crab is just going to be good. Drawing cards, it's going to be good for that. Raging River. We're going to be a very buff-heavy deck, so maybe slowing them down is perfectly fine. Now we'll go into Mountain. Ambush Worm, yes. I want a lot of stuff that'll stay up for a multitude of turns, so my Stormblaster can get the most benefit out of it. Smoldering Bruiser actually sounds like a lot of fun. Make it so that I bypass just a bunch of damage of theirs. Yeah, water doesn't really have the elements, does it? No, lightning does too. Now I think about that. Are there any water elemental buffs? Deluge Drifter is an elemental buff. Lightning only has the Vortex Charger. Okay. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe in this type of deck, the Flame Chain Inferno is not that good. We still have Crystal, though. Crystal's going to be really good. Mountain Breaker. I mean, that's a combo that's going to sit out there for ages and ages and ages. Power Hoarder might just be another good one too. Before we forget though, let's not include our Crystal Leeches. That's just asking for trouble. Okay, so now we can go in and actually just look at generalization cards that we want. We didn't even add the Lush Lost Pond. The whole reason we were trying to build this deck, and we didn't even add it. Wow. Guys, I thought you were supposed to help me be on top of this. Alright, so. Wow, we all are running like no water cards in here, are we? This is super not good. Magma Worm, I think we just take out. We'll have Smoldering Bruiser and Ambush Worm for consistent fire buffs. This feels really weird. I want to add maybe 2 of these Lush Lost Ponds. We'll see how they do. I'm not really sold on them all yet. I think 1 Angered Shockfin is fine. Safety Crab might be overdoing it. We'll go up to 2 on that. So now we got 3 more cards to work with. What do we have here? Well, let's dip back into fire. See what we got for fire. Flameborn Tusker might be a good one. Just be able to get that reciprocal damage. Because we don't have a whole lot of fire cards in here. Smoldering Bruiser, I mean, we'll knock through anyone's buffs. Because I think Ambush Worm is getting rotated. If I am 100% on that, I think Ambush Worm is getting rotated. Yes, it is. Okay. So Ambush Worm is getting rotated. Razor, want to post that Nemi deck on your... Dude? If you guys have any Classic format decks, send them to that website. Send the deck list, send your gamer tag so I can give you credit for it, and then like just write a brief description of what made you make that deck or how the deck plays or something like that, and then I'll put it on my website. I am more than happy to post any deck and every deck that you guys give me for Classic format. So send away. If you guys come up with a fun deck that you think I should take a look at, send it there. If you guys have a deck that you're like, I'm not sure how this works, can you help me edit it? If you value my deck editing abilities, send it there with a description saying, hey, like, need help, or send a doctor, or something like that. I'll take a look at it, and I'll doctor it on stream for you and help you build it better. That's what I will do for you. So what do we have here? Mountain Breaker's our only crystal one, huh? I mean, I feel like Power Hoarder is just a really good card for this deck, and just a consistent buff that's going to sit out there. Unless they remove it. Man. Are the moats too much? I think the moats might be too much. We can add in 2 Power Hoarders. We'll take out a Mountain Breaker. We'll add in a second Angered Shock Fin. Just because mostly we want just a consistent buff out there, right? We want as many consistent buffs out there as possible so that Storm Blaster will just continuously hit for 4. And I don't know if I put in Flood Zapper or Shock Fin. Brig Briz says, all right, heading on for now. Night all. Thanks for the tips and help. Dude, anytime. Anytime, man. I will be back this Saturday at 6 in the morning Central Time. Tune back in then. Otherwise, if you have any questions, there's an email you can reach me at, and I will try and answer as soon as possible, depending on my work schedule. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it all. It really warms my heart to see my page and the community grow as a whole. So thank you guys very much. I feel like it's a Flood Zapper. No. We'll go ham on the Angered Shock Fins. We'll go ham on him and make him just go, why? Why is he running this? As far as I'm aware, Crystal does not have any buffs that just stay out there without rotating. Oh no, they have Crystalline Altar. They have the Altar, which I think is getting rotated. Yes, it is. No, that's Temple of Patience. Crystalline Altar stays in. Ooh. Ooh. Do we take out a Bruiser for a Crystalline Altar? I feel doing that and that, adding in 2 of those. Maybe the Ambush Worm is too much. If we're going to have those altars, I think the Ambush Worm is too much, and we can add in a 3rd Smoldering Bruiser. Okay, so this is just a full-on gimmick deck. Just full-on. Because basically what we're doing, like, we're not even really utilizing his ability. I don't even know how many water cards we're running in here. 9. Actually, that's not that. That's pretty good. That is 2 buff removals. Potentially more if I add in more combos. Because now we'll have access to water and lightning. So let's go to the combos now that we have our deck for the most gimmicky portion of this all figured out. Where is Avalanche? Oh, I'm still in buff, that's why. This is like the most gimmicky deck I've ever seen in my life. But it's going to be awesome. So we have access to Fire and Crystal, which, mind you, we're not running a whole lot of. But we can run Searing Beam, Shatter Flame. We can't run Blazing Cauldron because we have Avalanche. Sent it in a Discord message. That's perfectly fine. I mean, we could put a Volcanic Eruption in here, but I feel like going into this... We can put Electro Stun in. We can put Murky Waters. Crackling Torrent. Nimbus Crash. Like, there's a lot of things we can add in here. Now that we have access to Lightning. Easier to send screenshot. No, that's fine. That's fine. Perfect. It's all right here. Thank you. Thank you for that. Like Murky Waters? I do too. I think Murky Waters is good for this deck. It is nice burst potential. Our water cards... I mean, Safety Crab we're going to be laying right away. Lush Lost Pond we're going to be holding on to along with Bubblefish. So, like, we do have some water cards that we'll hold on to. And if it's part water, it'll go under my hero. So now we have 10. Do we... I have yet to try building an Elemental Storm deck. I have got to try that one day. Maybe I'll do that Saturday morning. Maybe I'll try and build that family deck as my family fun time weekend continues. There's still a few family decks I have not put together yet. So maybe an Elemental Storm would be a fun one to do Saturday. I'm thinking Electrostun. I'm thinking Electrostun. Thoughts? I like Electrostun. The only other one is Inferno, and we're really not running a whole lot of fire cards. Or the Crystal Cannon, which is 2 crystals. It'll be probably easier to pay for, because the crystals we'll hold on to. I mean, we're just running a ridiculously large amount of blue cards, though. Radiant Flame, actually. We could run Radiant Flame. It's a combo that has 2 of them in there. It's a buff so that it counts towards Lush Lost Pond. Actually, with that being said, with Lush Lost Pond, do we run Electrostun? No, because it's not going to stay out there. Never mind. I was going to say run Electrostun over Murky Waters, but it's not going to stay out there. Crackling Torrent would be good, but if we're moving the water card back, it's not worth it. So yeah, I think this is good. I think this is what we want. Electro Hail does seem fun. Yeah. I think this will be fun. I think we'll try this. Raging Ancient for the Raging River, because I feel like that's the card we're trying to get to work. Or not? No, not Raging River. Lush Lost Pond. Lush Lost Ancient. Lush Lost Ancient to draw. Because, I mean, we're basically a very tempo-based deck. Storm Blaster is how we're doing it. We have very minimal to no healing in this deck, too. Like, Safety Crab is our healing. Otherwise, we're just trying to apply massive pressure at all times. That's what this deck is. I do not see this deck being very good, but we will try. We will try. I feel like between Safety Crab, Lush Lost, Mantix Volter being our card draw, like, I think we'll need more. I feel like we'll definitely need more. Like, maybe a 3rd Lush Lost Pond. I saw how well it worked in, I don't even have any consistent water buffs in here. All these are going to rotate out, and the max it's going to do is draw me 3. I think I take Raging River out. Put in... Two Turbine Wastes? Nah, it feels too clunky. Turbine Waste, then maybe a Bubble Gnasher? So I have a little bit more healing with my combos that really only cost 2. Or a Suspicious Squid. Yeah, I'll take the Squid. So yeah, now we just have like a bunch of consistent buffs out. Restore and Blaster. I think in doing so... Man, we don't even need 2 Tuskers, do we? Maybe we take out a Smoldering Bruiser, we add in a 3rd Lush Lost Pond. It's gonna feel bad, only running 4 fire cards. It really is. Man, that just, ugh. Actually, maybe I take out the Mountain Breakers, keep Power Hoarder in. Go back to my fire. Then we can put in, what are we thinking, 2 Magmorms? 2 Swift Pyre. I mean, I want my buffs to stay out for a while, but Swift Pyre is just card draw. And this deck kind of lacks card draw, so maybe that's actually a better one. Think that's good? I think that's good. This is a hodgepodge of a deck, but hey man, we're doing it. We're seeing if this will work. Mind you, right now, if you guys are tuning in, if this is like one of your first time watching me, when I tend to be streaming like this, especially when the ranked season is just not fit for this playstyle, I don't try and build that competitive of decks. I just like to build decks to see if they work, if the gimmick works. If they turn out to be really well, all the more merrier. But you're never going to know until you try. And oh my god, the deck timer is going to run out if I don't find this deck. What did I save it as? Alright, where was this deck? It's right here. Okay. Okay, let's give that another go. But yeah, when I'm experimenting like this, I mean, if I strike gold, I strike gold. Right? If I find something that works amazingly well, awesome. I feel great about that. If I don't, I try to gimmick deck to see if this works. I know we have another set coming up in like 2 months, and I'll save this and be like, hey, you know, I tried this gimmick. I have the base set for it. What cards can be improved? It's like the water buff one. Maybe we're getting a bunch of water buffs coming soon. Why, hello there. Starting with a Tantosian. Money. Yeah, I hear you, Mud Turtle. Oh, he's not gonna like me. He's not gonna like me one bit. Yeah, what you got? Mind you, this is deal damage. Oh man, he's playing explosive too. This could get interesting. I mean, I feel like overdosing on the safety crab is bad. I'll hold off. Wow. This is interesting, guys. Noxian Assassin. Okay. Okay. And a Corvus Shade. See, now I feel like I'm fine doing the safety crab here. Safety crab, Crystalline Altar. Now my Lush Lost draws me 2 cards. My ability does 2 damage. Okay, I question that. Because you can only use this once per game. So if the max he was ever going to do me is 2, I no longer fear his burst potential if he's got like 6 buffs out on board. Know what I mean? Part of me says, yeah, Lush Lost to draw 2. Wow. Then Swift Pyre. Next turn I can Lush Lost to draw 3 if he doesn't remove anything. This will draw me 2. I'll draw 5 cards in 1 turn. Guys, that's nutso. 5 cards in 1 turn, deal 3 damage to him, plus 3 to 6. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, he top decks a Shadow Puppet. Are you for real? Well, that's a bummer. God, he knew it. I was going to have such a good turn. And of course, the 1 card is a Shadow Puppet. Like, the odds of that happening, I think, are just astronomical. I think I can Power Hoarder and wait a little bit before I Murky Waters. Mantix Vulture is going to be nice. Man, I cannot believe that top deck of his. I think I'll lay this. And honestly, I think I'll pass. Next turn, this will hit for 4. I can use this ability to draw. See what I got going. Another Mantix Vulture, okay. I want to try and get him down a little, like, close to 20 so that Murky Waters just puts him really low. You know what I mean? And a Spectral Widow, okay. That's kind of a bummer. Okay. Part of me wants to Lush Loss and draw 2. And then just use my ability. That's nice. To remove this thing. I think right now, making him not have card draw is fine. I mean, I'm going to take 4 because I'm removing a buff. I know that. I know that. We all know that. But making it so he can't draw cards right now is what I think is more beneficial. I don't think Avalanche is really going to help us all that much this game. So I think Searing Beam is a perfect one to lay. It'll get through his Wall of Bones for the next few turns. He does seem to be a very buff-heavy deck. So, like, moving attack cards back doesn't really seem to be what is going to be helpful there. And then I draw it right off the top anyway, so it's all good. Ghostly Grasp. Wow. This guy's draws are insane. Like, legitimately insane. He had the perfect card to lay this combo because I have Crystalline Altar out. Drew 3 cards back, only had 3 cards in hand, like that. And he top decked the Shadow Puppet. Like, this guy has had my number for the longest time now. I think a Bubblefish next turn is absolutely necessary. That stinks. Actually, maybe I do this. And then I use this ability, and it'll deal 3? Actually, it'll deal 4. No, just 3, because I have Fire and Crystal. So, actually, no, that'll put him down to 19 when I can Murky Waters next turn. Maybe I Bubblefish to prevent him from laying his other buffs. Murky Waters him. Oh no, I couldn't because it was hit for 4. That'll pull him below. I can still Avalanche him. Have that for burst. Question is though, with this out, I think I'll have one more turn, so I'll hit for 2 and 4 for 6 next turn. Okay, laid that one very late. Actually, I can hit him for 8, but I will not be able to lay Avalanche. I don't think it's worth it. I think I still do this. That's fine. Hit him with this for 4. So next turn, I'm going to take 2 and go down to 9. But I do have damage prevention up. So part of me wants to Avalanche to make sure he doesn't have any buff removal. And just do him 10. Put him at 2. Murky Waters for next turn in case he, like, tries to heal up. Sneaky Greeble, good. I still have Bubblefish, so that will do damage prevention so that my Power Hoarder will actually also tick away too. So he's got to do something to make Power Hoarder stop him from hitting him, otherwise he's going to die from that. So yeah, he's got a buff removal or heal. That's not it. That's not it. Well, guys, this hodgepodge worked. Don't know how. Don't know why. But it did. Just a deck of super consistent buffs out on the board for Lush Lost Pond. Give it up for that card. I don't know how it's working, but it is. Nice. All right. I think we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going with this. It's the Lush Lost Ancient. He's just sitting there with all his consistent buffs out, feeling all good about himself. Rev the Roadie. Hello to you. Well, it kind of stinks I don't have any lightning. But I think what I want to do is I want to Swift Pyre. And pass. There's a Bubblefish. Could be good. Could be bad. We will find out. He's just drawn, okay. There's another Bubblefish. Actually, I think I'm just going to pass. Nature is not really known for burst damage outside of their buffs. Crystalline Altar could be good. Pop that down. Hungry Behemoth, okay. I feel like he's going to be healing. Rev the Roadie sounds familiar. I wonder if he's playing TPK Gaming's second place deck at the Gold Tier tournament. Reckless Spirit, sure. Basically, if he's running the Mantix Defend, trigger all your defend abilities, then he's running that deck for sure. That deck is just super powerful. I think I Avalanche here. Nature's Fury? The only one, really? Okay. Which means he is going to be buff heavy, for sure. So, Uprising. What are you guys excited about for Uprising? What do you hope comes out? What deck concept do you hope gets a buff? What family do you hope gets a buff? Let's get some viewer commentating in here. Like, do you hope what families do you hope are on the Uprising? Do you hope they'll come out with different families? So much speculation to do, man. So much to speculate about right now. Like, my thoughts... He used Arcmoss in Delivered Crab tournament last weekend. Oh, did he? Rev the Roadie was at that tournament? Was his, Insect... Dude, I hope Insect gets up. I hope Insect gets buffed. I think I Bubblefish and pass. Yeah, I heard the first place person brought, Halvar. Almost the same exact one that won the gold tier. So I'm not surprised if he brought the second place tournament winning deck. Not surprised one bit. Man. I mean, if he heals, we can get a good Murky Water. Ghetto 422. Oh, yeah, he's running Shadow. He's running that deck. I'm just waiting for a new set to open 60 packs at once. Dude. Yes. All right. So, oh, Murky Water isn't triggered because he's at 20. Man. Do I just Suspicious Squid and see what he's got? Oh, this Loshless Pond is killing me. First game in Swiss and in top 4. Oh, that's brutal. This Crystal Leech is looking pretty sweet, though, now. Pretty sweet. But, no, yeah, I mean, TPK Gaming, he is the 2018 national champion. So his deck building styles are insanely well thought out. Halvar is just major aggression. It's always going to be good. And I'm actually not surprised that in the very first Gold Tier tournament, they've already set the meta. That now that Tetra has been doing all the deck promotions, that everyone's like, okay, these ones did good. Those are the ones that I'll play. Like, I'm not surprised one bit. Man, I feel like if I lay... Okay. No, he can't lay it again. He can't do forests. I feel like if I lay... Ooh, I could Murky Water him. He's got to have a lot of healing, though, right? Like, I can Murky Water him. I mean, he's got to have buff removal. And all the healing. I don't think I Murky Watered yet. I think I try and bait out some buff removal where I can. Lost a Halvar deck that... Yeah, no, the Halvar deck is really good. It's actually what I use to climb to get to gold. Because it's still potent even in this current meta. It's just so aggressive. He runs, I would think, one Shadow Puppet in that deck as well. He's already got his weapon. I have not gotten mine yet, so that's kind of stinks. My guess is right now he lays 2 buffs so that these don't go under. I can almost guarantee you it. Called it. So yeah, now these... Actually, no, I got... Wow, really? Gonna do that to me now, huh? Still gonna put it into play with you so I don't have to waste an action. But that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I'll do that. Um, so he's got a... Well... Yeah, if I lay Angered Shockfin, he's got to lay 2 buffs. Or Reckless Spirit, something. Because I have 3 consistent buffs out right now. I just have 3 consistent ones. Okay. So I have Water, Fire, and Lightning. I think I do this to draw 3. Wow, and a Power Hoarder. Cool. And I think getting a Safety Crab out is fine. Just make sure my buffs are always more than him. I want to wait my Crystal Leeches for, like... Okay. There's another Reckless Spirit. Which one's he killing? The Shockfin, of course. Everyone's afraid of the Shockfin, man. I'm telling you. He's a menace. He's a menace to society. I think I'll Mantix Volter. I can Lush Lost for 4. That feels really good. Yeah. Was that only 3? I have... Oh, no, it is only 3. I don't have Crystal. I don't have Crystal out. That's what it is. Alright. That's fair. Yeah, the Shockfin, like... I don't think I have the Shockfin mat that he's obviously playing. But it's like one of my favorite ones. It looks so cool. But then, of course, I am your pack leader. So... I gotta have the pack leader out. I think doing this for 4 is perfectly fine. He's probably sitting there going like, what is this deck? Reckless Spirit. Which one are you taking care of? Crystalline Altar, sure. So that's all 3 Reckless Spirits, right? He's got 1 Shadow Puppet somewhere in the deck. I think Power Hoarder and he'll hit for 4 again is fine. Well, actually, no. Well, no, I can't lay Murky Waters because I don't have another water card. So yeah, maybe just hitting for 4, maybe applying some pressure. He's got a lot of good heals in this deck regardless, so... I think now's the time I try and just hit him where it hurts. He can't beneficially use Root Singer because I have just all these consistent buffs on board right now. Oh, that's interesting. He's using Fluximo instead of the Glade. So he can bring cards like that back. That is intuitive. What cards do I have on bottom? Crystalline Altar. I'll get Avalanche back soon. If he keeps doing that, I will get Avalanche back soon. That's hysterical to me. But yeah, I mean, Fluximo in a nature deck is really good because you get those Reckless Spirits back. Here it is. Which ones are you removing? The Power Hoarder. Cool. I have another one in the wings. Stumpdrift Shaman. Even cooler. Actually... I don't have a crystal buff. Do I think I go Searing Beam here. With this. Mill him for 2. Oh, that's nice. Those are nice ones. Hit him for 1. He'll heal for 2. If he does Shadow Puppet this, I can Shatter Flame him. And then his Fluximo won't work after a while if Shadow Puppet's in the graveyard. Root Singer. Which one? My guess is Reckless Spirit? Yep. And probably Reckless Spirit that. Yep. Which means that I am free to Shatter Flame now. I am free to Shatter Flame. I feel no remorse for Shatter Flaming now. Let it be said. Let it be said. So it is written. So shall it be done. Ooh, yes. Ooh, even better. Flameborn Tusker. I'm telling you guys, like there is something where one of the cards you put back is always put right back on top. I don't know if that's a glitch, but like every single game I played a combo, I've always gotten one of the cards I put back right on top. And I'm just like, why? Okay. Wow. Okay, well, it's going to take 10. Then these are going. Like, for sure. How many cards do I have left in my deck? 6. I think I just Flameborn Tusker here. Or no, no, using this ability for 4 is better. Save the Flameborn Tusker. Save the Flameborn Tusker. Cool. I think using my own ability to remove this, then Flameborn Tuskering him. Is right as rain. So next turn I do have 5 damage with the Mantics and my weapon. I also can Murky Waters him for lethal now. Because Murky Waters is still... so 7 minus 3 plus 1 is 5. So yeah. Guys, we beat a legit tournament-style deck. Oh, and putting a Vine Lash in there is good, too. Give him the good game. Guys! What just happened? Mud Turtle, I hope I got vengeance for you. If you were not able to beat him, oh my god, I almost got 100 gold. If you were not able to beat him, there you are. There you are. How many of those shotguns do I have? Do I have 1 or 2? I have 2. Okay. Man, guys. This is just ridiculous. I like it. I like it a lot. I think we'll play one more. We've won, what, 2 games with this thing? I don't know how, but we have. can we go 3 for 3?